Home Alone made over $600 million at the box office. The world knew every trap, every scream, every single line. But nobody ever stopped to ask what actually happened to the people inside that house. Because the truth is darker, stranger, and more shocking than anything in the film. One cast member became an Olympian. One nearly destroyed his life chasing fame. One quietly became a television legend. Today, we are exposing the real story of the Home Alone cast, then and now. Macaulay Culkin, Kevin McCallister. There is no conversation about Home Alone that does not begin with Macaulay Culkin. He was Kevin McCallister. He was the kid who outwitted two grown criminals with a paint can and a blowtorch, and the world completely fell in love with him. At his peak, Macaulay Culkin was the highest-paid child actor on the entire planet, earning $10 million per film at an age when most kids were still learning multiplication tables. The entire entertainment industry was built around him, and then, almost overnight, it all fell apart. The crushing weight of global fame, combined with a deeply public and bitter legal battle between his parents over control of his earnings, pushed Macaulay to a breaking point that most adults would struggle to survive. At just 14 years old, he walked away from Hollywood entirely. What followed were years of intense media scrutiny, damaging headlines, and a personal life that played out painfully in public view. The world watched and speculated and judged, and Macaulay Culkin kept his head down and quietly tried to find himself. But here is where the story turns into something genuinely remarkable. Macaulay Culkin did not just survive the wreckage of early fame. He rebuilt himself from the ground up, entirely on his own terms. Today, he is a healthy, grounded, visibly happy man. He is a father. He is engaged to actress Brenda Song, a relationship that every person who followed his difficult years genuinely celebrates. And in one of the most emotionally powerful moments in recent Hollywood history, Macaulay Culkin received his official star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, with his Home Alone movie mother standing right beside him. From child star to cautionary tale to comeback story, his journey is one of the most complete and human arcs in celebrity history. Kieran Culkin, Fuller McCallister. While the world watched Macaulay burn bright and then disappear, almost nobody was paying attention to the quiet kid playing the bedwetting cousin Fuller in the background. That kid was Kieran Culkin, Macaulay's real-life younger brother. And the trajectory he chose tells you everything about the difference between chasing the spotlight and trusting your craft. As his brother's fame consumed everything around them, Kieran made a deliberate, patient decision. He stayed in the industry, but he stayed small. He worked quietly through independent films for years, building his skills without the pressure of massive expectations and without the machinery of a global fan base watching his every move. Most people forgot he existed. That was, it turns out, exactly the point. Then came Roman Roy. When Kieran Culkin stepped into the role of the savage, brilliant, deeply broken youngest son in HBO's Succession, he did not just turn heads, he dominated the conversation entirely. He won an Emmy Award. He won a Golden Globe. Critics ran out of superlatives. The boy from Home Alone, who nobody had watched in 30 years, had quietly become one of the greatest dramatic television actors of his generation. The patience paid off in a way that very few Hollywood stories ever do. Devin Ratray, Buzz McCallister. Not every story on this list has a triumphant second act. Devin Ratray played Buzz McCallister, Kevin's cruel, spider-owning, deeply menacing older brother, with such commitment that audiences genuinely disliked him. He was perfect in the role. After Home Alone, he built a solid career as a character actor, popping up in well-regarded projects including Better Call Saul and the thriller Kimi. Always reliable, always watchable. But in recent years, Devin Ratray's name has appeared in headlines for devastating reasons that have nothing to do with his acting career. He has faced serious domestic violence charges and legal investigations that shocked a fan base who associated him with nothing darker than a tarantula and a BB gun. The contrast between the nostalgic warmth of Home Alone and the troubling reality of his adult life made his story one of the most uncomfortable and genuinely tragic on this entire list. Catherine O'Hara, Kate McCallister. If Macaulay Culkin's story is the comeback and Kieran Culkin's is the slow burn, then Catherine O'Hara's is the masterclass. She arrived on the Home Alone set already a seasoned, deeply respected comedic professional, and the film launched her into an entirely new level of mainstream recognition. The scream in the airport, the frantic phone calls, the sheer physical commitment of her performance as the mother who left her son home alone, it was unforgettable. But Catherine O'Hara was never going to stop there. Decades later, she walked into the role of Moira Rose in the beloved CBC and Netflix comedy series Schitt's Creek. She won an Emmy Award for the role, introduced herself to an entirely new generation of fans, and proved definitively that some careers do not peak. They just keep climbing. Hilary Wolf, Megan McCallister. Here is a name that most Home Alone fans have completely forgotten, and a story that makes absolutely no sense until you hear all of it. Hilary Wolf played Kevin's older sister Megan in both Home Alone and its 1992 sequel. She was a perfectly capable young actress with a natural presence on screen. And then she made a decision that nobody in Hollywood saw coming. She quit acting entirely. Not to pursue another career in entertainment, not to move behind the camera. She quit to dedicate herself completely to judo. And she did not simply dabble, she became one of the best in the world. Hilary Wolf won the World Junior Judo Championships. She then went on to represent the United States of America as an Olympic athlete. A child actress from one of the highest-grossing Christmas films in history became a two-time Olympian. Today, she lives quietly as an author and a mother, and her story remains one of the most genuinely extraordinary transformations in this entire cast. Angela Goethals, Linny McCallister. And finally, we have the original older sister, the one who called Kevin the most devastating insult a sibling can deliver and then vanished completely before the sequel. Angela Goethals played Linny McCallister in the first film, with a sharp, confident energy that made her instantly memorable. She was offered the chance to return for Home Alone 2. She turned it down. Not because of a dispute, not because of a better offer, because she wanted to finish high school. Think about that for a moment. A teenage actress offered a role in the sequel to one of the highest-grossing films on the planet, chose her education over a multi-million-dollar franchise. She went on to earn a university degree, took occasional guest roles on major television series, including 24 and Grey's Anatomy, and ultimately transitioned into a career in health, speech therapy, and education. She built a quiet, purposeful, genuinely meaningful life. And in doing so, she may have made the most quietly radical choice of anyone on this list. Fame was never the ending. The McCallister family gave the world one of the most beloved films ever made. But the real stories of the people behind those characters are richer, stranger, and more human than any Hollywood script could capture. One brother conquered the world and nearly lost himself. The other waited patiently and quietly became a legend. One actor's life became a tragedy. One comedic genius kept climbing for 30 years. A child actress became an Olympian. Another chose a classroom over a film set and never looked back. Which of these transformations shocked you the most? Drop your answer in the comments below. If this story surprised you, drop a like, subscribe to Celebrity Things for more deep dives, and hit notifications. We will see you next time.